When you hear dark web, what comes to mind? An underground market? A hacker's paradise? Or maybe a place of anonymity and freedom? The dark web is a hidden layer of the internet that most people will never see. Third, today we're going to dive deep into this complex world to understand not just what it is, but how it works and why it exists. Chapter 1. The structure of the internet. To understand the dark web, let's first break down the layers of the internet. The surface web is the part we interact with daily: Google, social media, news sites is dotted. Then, there's the deep web, which contains private databases, such as your online banking and company databases, anything not indexed by search engines. Finally, deeper still, is the dark web, accessible only with specific software like Tor. This layer is encrypted and anonymized, making it nearly impossible for regular users to track or access easily. Chapter 2. The Tor network and anonymity. The main gateway to the dark web is the Tor network, which stands for the onion router. Think of it as layers of encryption wrapped around each user's data. When you browse the dark web through Tor, your connection is bounced through several nodes across the world, making it incredibly difficult for anyone to trace your real IP address or location. This system, known as onion routing, was initially developed by the US Navy and is used today for both secure browsing and for accessing the dark web. Chapter 3. What can be found on the dark web? The dark web contains a variety of sites that range from forums and private chat rooms to black markets. People often think of illegal activity when they hear dark web, and while it's true that there are marketplaces for drugs, counterfeit documents, and even hacking services, the dark web also has a broader spectrum. Activists, journalists, and people in repressive regions use it to communicate freely and anonymously. So while there are dangers, there's also a side focused on privacy and freedom. Chapter 4. Dark web marketplaces. One of the most well-known parts of the dark web is its marketplaces, such as the infamous Silk Road release blackets. These black markets allow users to buy and sell a wide range of illegal goods, from fake IDs and stolen data to drugs and weapons. Cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin and Monero, is the main currency here, making transactions more anonymous. Although law enforcement has shut down many of these markets, new ones continually emerge, creating a constant game of cat and mouse with authorities. Chapter 5. Cybercrime as a Service. A growing aspect of the dark web is cybercrime as a service. If you want to launch a cyber attack but lack the skills, you can buy ready-to-use malware, such as ransomware or phishing kits, or even hire a hacker to perform a DDoS attack. These services are sold with surprisingly professional support. Almost anyone with some cryptocurrency can access powerful tools, putting high-level hacking capabilities into the hands of everyday users. This brings serious cybersecurity challenges for individuals, companies, and governments. Chapter 6. The Trade of Stolen Data. One of the biggest commodities on the dark web is stolen data. Hackers breach databases from companies and organizations, and then this data, whether it's credit card numbers, social security numbers, or medical records, is sold on the dark web. This data is resold by data brokers who can make thousands from a single breach. For a few dollars, someone could be buying access to sensitive personal information, often without the victims even realizing their data has been stolen. Chapter 7. Law enforcement on the dark web. Despite the anonymity, law enforcement agencies are working to uncover criminal networks on the dark web. Undercover agents and cybersecurity experts collaborate globally, infiltrating forums, tracking cryptocurrency transactions, and using advanced digital forensics to locate and prosecute criminals. While anonymity tools like Tor make it challenging, agencies are finding new ways to track illegal activity. The fight between law enforcement and criminals on the dark web is ongoing, as each side tries to outsmart the other. Chapter 8. The Ethical Uses of the Dark Web. Not everything on the dark web is illegal or harmful. Many activists, journalists, and individuals in oppressive regions use it to communicate securely and protect their identities. Whistleblowers have shared information on the dark web, exposing corruption or human rights abuses without risking their lives. For these people, the dark web is a vital tool for freedom of expression and privacy. So while it's often linked to crime, the dark web also serves as a platform for those seeking safety from surveillance and censorship. Chapter 9. The Future of the Dark Web. The future of the dark web is uncertain. As cybersecurity technology advances, so does the technology criminals use to evade it. Will it continue to be a refuge for criminals, or will it evolve into something more regulated, maybe even more mainstream? Or will governments find new ways to monitor it, without compromising user privacy? The answer might lie in how we, as a society, balance security and privacy in the digital world.